Have you ever wondered if self-publishing, hybrid publishing, or traditional publishing is right for you? Well, if you're an author and you've written a book and you're shopping around for publishers and you're saying, should I hire an agent? What is a query letter? Who keeps the rights when I publish my book? Will my book go into bookstores? How much will my book cost? How do I know how to distribute my book? How do I order copies of my book so I can sell at my speaking events? If you've ever asked yourself that question, this segment's for you, where we ask the question, what type of publishing is right for me? Now, you've written a book and you're ready to bring it to the world. Or maybe you've hired a ghostwriter and a ghostwriter is writing your book and you're about ready to bring it to the world. When do you start shopping for publishers? Well, there's one of three ways you can get your book out to the world. You can self-publish, hybrid publish, or do traditional publishing. I'll give you the pros and cons of each because one size certainly does not fit all. It doesn't matter if you've written fiction or nonfiction. This applies to all types of publishing. When you self-publish, that's where you do everything yourself. That is, you're going to put your book, your ebook, your audiobook, and your hardcover up on Amazon yourself. Now, you're going to watch a lot of YouTube videos to try to figure out editing, cover design, hiring a cover designer, how to do a substantive edit versus a professional line edit. And then you're going to ask yourself the questions, how much do I charge? How do I upload it? How do I do an EPUB conversion? How do I do interior design? All of these questions that you're going to be a couple hundred hours in and hundreds, even $1,000 or a couple $1,000 in expenses invested into self-publishing. You're going to own all the rights. That's a plus side, but you're not going to get distribution beyond Amazon. Now, according to Forbes, Amazon is about 55% of the world's book sales. And it's an important number to know because 76% of books in English are bought and read outside the U.S. So when it comes to readers, if you're really wanting to sell your book in English and in the U.S., 85% of college graduates in the U.S. never buy or read another book. So if you want distribution beyond Amazon to reach readers that aren't in the U.S., you want to think about publishing beyond Amazon. There are literally hundreds and thousands of other sites where books are sold globally beyond Amazon. Traditional publishing works like this. You make a phone call to a New York publisher and you call them again and you wait for a call back. Because you see, unless you have 2 million fans and followers on social media or have your own daily TV show or A-list name brand recognition, they're not going to call you back. And even if you are a politician, an A-list celebrity, or a pastor of a mega church, and they call you back, you're not going to want to sign that contract, and I'll tell you why. It's because they're going to own the rights. It doesn't seem fair, right? You write the book, they own your intellectual property, and not just for now, but for life. You can never repurpose a single chapter of that book you wrote anywhere on a blog. And forget TV, movie, licensing, and gaming rights. They own all that too. The reason people like going with traditional publishers is they get global distribution. Well, what if you could get global distribution and still maintain your rights? Well, that's hybrid publishing. But before I tell you about hybrid publishing, let me finish telling you the pros and cons of traditional publishing, okay? Traditional publishing, they'll take about 2 to 3 years to bring your book to market. You'll have no control or veto power over the cover or what the interior design of the book looks like. You're waiting on them to do everything. They're only going to pay you about 7 to 15%. Okay? Now remember, they own the rights. Then you're getting global distribution. Some people like to go traditional because they get an advance. But did you know the advance is really just a loan against your future royalties? That's right. Read your contract, read your fine print. And if you're looking to hire an agent, well, your agent's going to get 15% off the top. Most authors that signed a traditional publishing deal and get an advance never see a dime of royalties on the back end. That's all the money they ever And the reason traditional published authors keep doing traditional published author, because they always have to work toward their next advance. Enter hybrid publishing. Hybrid publishing is a model where you own the rights. It has all the pros with very minimal cons of going traditional or self-publishing. You own the rights, you keep the lion's share of the royalty, and your book typically is brought to market a lot quicker. I can speak for Beyond Publishing. We bring your book to market within about 4 weeks after you bring us the manuscript, regardless if it was ghostwritten or you wrote it yourself. We do the professional line editing. We design a world-class cover design. We set up your ebook, your audio book, your hardcover, and your paperback into global distribution within about 4 weeks. We can take you #1 on Amazon or other platforms and get you speaking, get you interviewed, get you in the news. With you keeping the lion's share of the royalties, you owning all distribution rights, including film, televisions, licensing, and gaming rights of anybody that picks you up. And you can leave at any time if you're not happy. There's no long-term contract. You get started with us as a one-time author, minimal investment, but you make that back quickly by selling 500 books, and we help you sell those 500 books. Not only that, we're going to give you books at our cost that you're going to sell for retail. So a book like this that's going to sell for $20 hardcover, you're going to get for about $4 to $5 a piece from us when you go out and speak and do your own events. And I don't really know of any other hybrid publisher that's doing that. You can check, but we certainly haven't found any. And go read our Facebook reviews. Check us out. See what you think. Talk to people. We'll give you a list of clients you can speak to that we've been able to help for the last 3 years in getting 350 books out the door and into global distribution. So it's certainly been a lot of fun speaking with you today. Jump on my calendar. Let's talk again at meetmichaeld.com if you've got a book idea. We'll tell you what we think. And you know what? We're going to shoot straight with you. Our agreement is simply 2-page agreement. It's in black and white, what we do for you, what we deliver, getting you at target.com, up on walmart.com, barnesandnoble.com, Borders, chapters up in Canada, selling globally at IndieBound Books and hundreds of other sites, and pushing you out through our podcast network, and then giving you a chance to be on the red carpet at authorredcarpet.com. I want to thank you very much. And I'm right here in Dallas, Texas. So let's meet up and let's talk about your book and getting you on the stages of the world in this coming year. It's your time. Let's grab the mic and let's do it together.